Super excited that you're all here, and yeah, I just wanted to talk about some of the sounds. I'm very excited about this. The other folders, when are they coming to Splice? The next one will be out next month, and then after that, another one, and so it's gonna be like once a month. Try a clean shave, bro. I don't look good with a clean shave. So look, drum loops, guys. Drum loops by genre is where we really went crazy. You got Afro house, baile funk, disco, drum and bass, hip hop, house, Latin. Just to show you some of the sounds. If I separate out here a little bit, you can see full sounds. Let me turn the volume up so you guys can hear it. I'm on Ableton. People always ask me what my DAW is. I'm a big Ableton guy. Here we go. Some of the Latin stuff. Some of the pop stuff is really fun. Some cool pop stuff. The drum and bass stuff I went really crazy on. Me and Dynamo as well, who's an amazing drum and bass producer. I like this clean kind of Dimension style. He also did the really like more groovy stuff. Like this is all Dynamo right here. Man, Dynamo is awesome, man. He's a killer. We've got tech house, got techno where we really went crazy. It was kind of hard deciding how we're gonna split it up because we've got top loops as well. And so I just ended up saying top loops just so you know, go to the by genre folder so you can get more. But there's just so many drum loops, guys. Percussion, went absolutely crazy with the percussion. Tried to split it up in a way that makes sense. We got designed, we got glitchy stuff, organic stuff. And then we go by region. One of the coolest regions to me is the Indian stuff. My friend Mir Desai helped me record this stuff out in India. And just really authentic stuff. Big group percussion kind of stuff, like sticks and just, you know, just big, honestly. Kind of reminds me of like what you heard on Run It Up by Hanumankind, which is an amazing track. Yeah, so let me know which are the other parts of the pack do you guys want to see? Man, dubstep sounds, I know. Dubstep is just so well done by guys like Virtual Riot, and I should have learned how to make some dubstep sounds. I guess I was like a little insecure that I would not be able to make them as good as those guys, and it's just such a, to me, dubstep and bass music in general is like the peak of production, like how insane you can get. I'm not sure if I'm good enough to do it. I think we could have done it. We could have done some version of it, but those guys are just so on another level that I think you'll find great sounds from other packs when it comes to those. All right, let's see what else we got. We talked about the drums. Again, there's so many good drums. There's good top loops. These finger singles are really cool. Hi-hat loops, you know, you think, why do you need someone to give you hi-hat loops? But it's nice just to have them sometimes, you know, just get a little swing with an offbeat. It's just nice to have a one-click thing. I'm going to be on around 11 for the show tonight, guys, just so you know. Acoustic hi-hat loops, tambourine loops, shaker loops, which we split into tight and loose. Loose is a little more organic feel. And I love when I get on these streams and people ask me, where's MC Stan? Bro, I don't know where MC Stan is. He's probably being awesome. He's MC Stan. Yeah, drums, we got beatboxing, claps, of course, just all the basic drum enhancers. Don't sleep on these. These are awesome to layer with your existing drums when you're making a loop, just to give it extra pizzazz. You know what I mean? Fills up the gaps, the reverses. This stuff is really useful. And let's see, you've got hi-hats, orchestral drums have made a comeback, snaps, snares go crazy. You think, how many snares do you need? Well, there's acoustic snares and big reverb snares, which, you know, they're not just for EDM. Some of those are for EDM, but these ones are good for pop right before chorus or something. the way that I was making those ones is I just I pulled in pop tracks, and then before it got to the chorus, I would basically have those in the background, and then I would just make snares with the right amount of reverb, with the right reverse into it to give you like the right boom right before you get into the drop or the chorus or whatever. So they're tried and true. Sometimes the snare that works right before a chorus or a drop was kind of unexpected. Like it wasn't as big or shiny, but it was just the right kind of smack before you get in there. So anyway, don't sleep on those. The big reverb snares. I tried to come up with a name, wasn't too EDM-y, so people would, still want to use them for other genres. Drum and bass snares, hard snares, I think work for so many things. They're just good build-up snares, or, on the 2 and the 4. Hyperpop snares were a late addition. This is actually a recommendation from my friend who was reviewing the pack and said, this is one thing that might be missing. And so I actually used a tutorial from I forget who, but he was showing how to use the serum effects to make these really dirty tonal kind of snares. Rims, tight snares, trap snares, toms. I think we do toms so good. I don't want to sound cocky or anything, but I think these families are just awesome. You get like a high, a mid, and a low. So you have like a little kit. You can literally just go through them and make your own fills. Super easy. Digital toms, more digitally. Afro house toms are these subtle kind of things that as we were doing Afro house stuff, we found these subtle guys are really helpful for just having the right groove. They're not too intense, but they're super useful. Fills, I don't have to tell you guys. Fills, we all need them. We all love them. We got acoustic fills. We got clap fills because that's becoming a thing, I noticed. Like so often I just want a clap fill. So made that its own category. Long fills, you know what it is. Big build up kind of stuff. There's like a bazillion of them. So whatever kind of genre you're in, drum and bass, 140, 128 kind of stuff. It's just, look, I know we should all make our own fills and long fills in it, but it's just so nice, especially when I'm like moving quickly and I'm just trying to make like a mashup or something for my live shows. It's just nice to have a plug and play long fill with the riser and everything. Makes life easy. So look, fills are all there, sorted by, by genres essentially, but going by tempos and just a lot of easy stuff. Megalodon. You guys want me to play Megalodon tonight? Damn, that is a super duper throwback. Cuando voy a venir a Mexico otra vez? Bro, I would love to come very soon. You know I love Mexico. You know I do the crazy mashups when I come to Mexico. I fucking love Mexico. Oh man, signature kicks and snares. I didn't do signature this time. This was because we were running out of space. There was a cap of 1,000 for each folder. And we were running out of space, and most of my kicks and snares I've been using recently are kind of just from previous packs with a little processing, and it felt like a little cheap to just sell you guys those kicks again. So yeah, I didn't include those this time. But all right, we've got fills, we got effects. Let's see here. The effects go crazy. We've got, hi guys, hi. Happy birthday to you, Loki Walker. Happiest of birthdays. Check out this artwork in the background. Isn't that dope? Bangalore, hooking it up with the dope art in the background. I am thinking of another album, actually, yes. I am thinking of doing less singles and just putting my heart into a new album. And actually my friend who's here from Kashmir, he didn't want to be on the video, but he's an amazing singer, and we've been working on an EP as well, which is going to be some chill, just kind of like, chiller, vibey stuff. Just, I don't know, it's really nice to just listen to, and it's not as intense, but it's really beautiful, musical. I am performing in Bangalore tonight. People are like, what are you doing in your hotel? Guys, I am 100% performing tonight. I actually need to leave in about 45 minutes to go to my show. If you have any requests for the show tonight in Bangalore, just let me know what songs you guys want to hear. I'm going to go from the old stuff to the new stuff Just doing a whole bunch. Low key, happy birthday, man. Guttum. Yeah, I'm gonna play some songs from Guttum tonight. I find that the dance crowd doesn't always want to hear the hip hop stuff, but I will still play a couple. All right. Plastic Funk in the house. Look, the ambience guys and effects. So much good stuff in here. Drones. The second drop of Song of War was fire. That's funny. I was always insecure about the second drop because I love the first drop so much. We got elemental stuff, earth, fire, got match, just cool elemental stuff, environments. Got different places. Good jungle at night, peaceful jungle. You can tell I like the jungle. Just different environments you could put your music in. Ambience one-shots. Go crazy, guys. I mean, look how many cool little one-shot things you got in here. Sparkles. Ghost calls. The ambience just goes crazy. I mean, we all need ambience in our tracks. So yeah, ambience we took very seriously. Pulses are a new thing. These are like... They just kind of give momentum, Yeah, the ambience goes crazy. Texture beds are really nice. I don't know how much you can hear it, but everybody asking about new music from me. Guys, for sure. I will be dropping music. I need a little bit of like a mental rest. But new music is coming. But after it comes, I might need a little mental rest, just from the sound pack and everything. It's just taking a toll on me. So, yeah, asking about a new plugin. I'm working on a plugin that, I don't know if I want to like say it, because what if it takes me a while to finish it and then somebody else comes out with a similar idea, but it's kind of related to this folder. Yeah, that's all I could say. Ambience in particular. It's going to be really good for adding atmosphere. When your track is there and you've got your piano and you've got your basics, it'll be the thing you can layer on top to fill it out and just add a three-dimensionalness to it. Add the thing that fills up the space and makes it, in my opinion, feel professional and feel sort of complete when you have that atmosphere. Somebody asked, do you have any glass sounds? Yeah, we do. We actually do have glass sounds. If I go into Foley, I think they're going to be in Foley, or they may be in, what should we got? I should have put some in here. Is there no glass in here? Let me see where the glass is. I think glass, yeah, wine glass is that. But glass breaking, I think actually made its way into drum enhancers. Yeah, there is the broken glass. So if you get the whole pack, you will have no shortage of glass sounds, if that is your thing. All right, let's get out of glass. Foley, we're gonna go down to frequency fillers. Some cloud. Rumble, static. I'm just realizing that I put crowd here and there's also crowd in the vocal folder, so we all make mistakes, or maybe it's a good thing that they're in both places. I don't know. And let's see, lasers. I don't know who uses these, but I love them. They're useful. I don't know, they're useful. Whoa. What? Okay. This might have just been a mess up, honestly. I should check this. I don't know why this atmosphere folder probably meant to end up somewhere else, and it randomly is here in special effects. So anyway, glad I found that. I guess there's going to be a 2.0 to the pack where I clean that up. That's weird. Static. Video game effects are really fun. My friend Davide did these. Backspin, scratches and stuff. useful stuff. Justin, my tour manager, did some of these. He's actually a pretty good DJ. And a vinyl crackle, always useful. And zippers. Those are always useful. And transitions. Transitions is an awesome folder with so many different ways to transition, right? There's ambience. Is that kind of stuff, which are just a little more special and unique. And then you've got your classic cymbal transitions. And you've got shaker transitions and sweep transitions. So like noise, they're kind of like cymbal transitions, but just noise. You've got tambourine transitions. You got tonal transitions. Whoosh transitions. Torrent, which is what I hope you guys don't do with my pack. Hope you guys buy it because, boy, I spent so much money on this pack. I needed to make some money back. It didn't even make sense how much I put into this pack, guys. At a certain point, it was just like, what's another $500, to record this choir or whatever. And towards the end there, finding some random sounds that we needed to get recorded, and man, it adds up. But to have so many talented people contributing to the pack. But hey, it's all love, man. Our goal was to make the most awesomest sound pack of all time, and we really spared no expense. So as you guys are using it, I hope you know that, and I do hope you appreciate that. Not that you need to feel bad for little old me, big DJ over here, but yeah, Victoria is one of the people I spent a little money on to help record. Victoria's in the chat, guys, and she is an amazing vocalist who helped. So you're gonna hear her voice in the pack. Let's go back to it, guys. We've got instruments, we've got bass, some upright bass, some funky stuff. Bass is one of those things I think more often than not people don't really want like a loop for, but I think we were able to provide some stuff that like made sense for you to want to use a loop for your bass. Like they're just cool and funky. Is there any difference between the pack on Splice and the pack that you get on DHARMA? The only difference right now really is that not all the folders are on Splice yet. We didn't want to overwhelm it. They're already giving me so much love, and so they were really kind enough to let me do 4 the first time, and with each month we're going to add on another one. But if you're anxious to get the whole pack, then you can get it on DHARMA. The only other thing on DHARMA is there are these extra content folders where if we did variations, like let's say there was like a guitar loop and it was actually 4 layers. There were mutes, guitar mutes. There was like guitar chords sustained. Then there were like little guitar, chug kind of things. For the Splice one, we just tried to make it a bit more simple and give you one loop, whereas in the DHARMA one, you would get those different layers where we felt like it made sense. So that's the other difference. How much space does it take? Well, I think about 8 or 9 gigabytes. I'd have to double check. For us, for everybody who's been a part of the Dropbox, where the Sounds of KSHMR has been worked on, it's been like 200 gigabytes. I mean, it's just been unbelievable. But yeah, all right, going back into the pack. Let's see, all the bass loops, got some brass loops, got some awesome trumpets in here. Yeah, about 8 gigs is what Vic says. You know, one thing with the instruments I'll say we did this time that's different is that we did a little more effects on stuff. Before I was like, oh, just keep it all clean. They want the instruments as clean as possible, and they can add the effects if they want to. But I found even myself in my own productions, when I'm going through loops, I do like it when there's a little vibe on there. When, you know, they processed it, maybe they took some of the shininess off of it, and it's got like a warmer feel. I tried to be a little more creative with the vibe and the processing that we give on loops this time. Say hi to Zara. Hi, Zara. Hi. Hello, Zara. Somebody else said, you know, your website shows the Pro is cheaper than the Basic. Is that intentional? Yeah, that's not a reference to like a Pro version of the pack. That's a reference to you being a Pro member. So if you are a Pro member of DHARMA, you will get the pack for cheaper than somebody who is not a member. So if you're part of the DHARMA subscription and you're paying, I forget what we are at now, I think $10 a month or so, not only are you getting all the tutorials from me and all that other stuff that we give you, but in demo feedback and all the other, you know, nice things you get from being a member, but you also get stuff like the sound pack for cheaper. So yeah, you save money. It becomes a really good deal to become a subscriber. We try to make it affordable and give you bang for your buck. And right off the bat, if you have a Pro subscription, you're getting a better deal on it. So, you know, sign up for the Pro subscription and, you know, see all the tutorials. And if you don't love it, then cancel your subscription, I guess. But you still got it for cheaper. And maybe you find that you really do love all the tutorials and all the you know, the other stuff that we offer. There's so many great lessons and everything on there. So I would say just give the DHARMA subscription a try. And at the very least, you're going to get the pack for cheaper, you know. So there you go. Yeah, it is all royalty free, guys. Of course, all the sound packs are always royalty free. All right, going back into the pack. Yeah, we looked at the trumpets. And here's an example of like the trumpets. You know, he had played the same melody, but with flugelhorn. So that was an example where Javier did it with the flugelhorn, and so we didn't want to give you both versions in the Splice pack because just they're kind of similar. But you know, we wanted for the DHARMA version you get some little extra content like that. Nothing crazy. All right, let's see here. We've got electric guitar loops, which were played by a couple different people. Mark Raggio, my friend Will, who was an engineer on the last pack, but but too expensive. Man, if you knew everything that went into it, I really don't think the pack is too expensive. I understand though, you know, it is $100. It's not cheap. I totally get it. Yeah, I'll look into us doing a discount. I mean, it just came out. So we're probably not going to do a discount immediately, guys. I hope you understand. I'm in the hole pretty deep on, you know, everything I spent on it. I'm sure we will make the money back, but it would be nice to, you know, just to at least be able to, you know, get my money back on it. So $100, I know it's a lot, but it is kind of fair for how much you get, I will say. Anyway, guys, I'm sorry. I know $100 is a lot. I'm sorry about that. You know, if with time, we probably will make it discounted. All right. Electric guitars, sitar. Yeah, I didn't really know how to phrase it, so get, you know, world guitar loops, and we've got sitar loops, and we've got electric guitar loops. All right, moving on. Keys. At the place where we recorded, or where we got started producing the whole pack, there was a nice little piano there, which we started some of these on, and then, you know, juiced them up. And then some of these are not exactly proper piano, but they kind of fit into the keys category, I guess you'd say. All right. Oh yeah, Long Improvs is a fun new folder. This was just kind of letting the instrumentalists go crazy. I typically gave them like a drone or something to record over and just let them improvise. So you get these like really long improvisations, which might seem crazy, but they make for really good atmosphere. And you can kind of layer them over your tracks, and you pick different parts of it that you like, and I think you guys are really gonna enjoy using the long improvs. Strings, all kinds of awesome strings. Somebody asked about Latin vocals, and yeah, we recorded a ton of Latin vocals, and I don't want to get ahead of myself here, but the vocals folder is just massive, and it took so many people to make this thing happen. I was really lucky to get in touch with a couple of guys who host choirs out in Africa, and they helped record a lot of it. A lot of these that you hear here are Dan and Joe in the Latin vocals folder, and yeah, you could hear it.
Baila con fuego, siente el calor, gira la vida, pierde el control. Baila con fuego, siente el calor, todo se enciende, es un ciclón.
Yeah, a lot of cool stuff.
La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la.
There you go. Yeah, just you could see all the different Latin vocals that we have. But going back to instruments, let's see if I missed anything. There's strings, which I told you guys about. There's one-shots, there's runs, there's winds. Of course, there's flutes, lots of awesome flutes in here. Yeah, so flutes there, human whistles. This was a kid from India, Anirudh, who was an incredible whistler, and I gave him a ton of ideas, and he just crushed it. I shouldn't focus so much on the whistles, but look, there's a ton of awesome human whistles in there. And let's see what else we got. Saxophone. Oh my God, you guys know I love saxophone. Again, this was Nathan Kersey came through. So yeah, lots of good stuff there. Duduk, you know I love that. Didgeridoo, got some didgeridoo this time, which is super fun, you know. Yeah, so lots of awesome instruments. I couldn't possibly get to all of them right now. Action loops, for you guys who don't know what that is, this is any time where the person I was recording with, I just got him to do something kind of like straight one note and try to be percussive. So it's stuff like that. Yes. All right. Instruments. So yeah, song starters. This was from the house for the most part, where we got everybody to just brainstorm song starters. Everybody was asked to do a few and we timed them to see how fast we could get through them. We've got dance stuff, we've got hip hop, we've got Latin, we've got pop, we've got R&B, we've got vintage. I got to kind of hurry up now because I am going to be late for my show. How did I name every sample? We have a naming system, and I'll quickly show you guys our internal tool that we use. This was an internal tool to handle all the massive amounts of frickin' stuff that audio that we have. And down here in the descriptors, we have a whole libraries of cool adjective names that we use to generate. And we inputted just a ton of words that we thought were interesting. And as we add them, let's see if I pick here pretty or energetic or East Asian or something, and I say apply to these files, and over here you can see it came up with some ideas, and then using our namer we can name them. And if we don't like what it said, we can just hit left to right and we can go through, and that helps with the just unbelievable amount of names that we had to give things. And a lot of times we still just made them custom, because you're listening to a sound and the name it came up with just doesn't quite match what that sound says, or what it sounds like. Lack of dubstep sounds, man. Well, I wouldn't really say there's a lack of dubstep sounds. I would just say that there's maybe a lack of naming them dubstep sounds, because because you could use the hard snares and you can use a lot of our kicks. You can just use a lot of it for dubstep, honestly. All right, in synths, you've got bass loops, you got bass one shots, you got synth fills, stuff like that. The bass loops, got some fun stuff: rolling bass, offbeat bass, house. The UK FM bass are pretty cool. Are there any tech house sounds or a techno? Totally, there are. First of all, the house basses kind of work for tech house. So there you go, there's that. But then also in synth loops, you've got all these lead melodies I think will work. These techno. Yeah. All these atmosphere. Yeah, that kind of stuff. I think that's all helpful for techno. And then just going back up to drum loops, there was techno here. Rollers, rumbles, texture, tops, toms, just a ton. And tech house, yeah, there's tech house there, not as big, but there's also the house folder. There's some overlap, so you can use the house stuff. And all right, guys, probably the last thing I can talk about, and then I have to go. Of course, there's a VIP friends folder where all the friends contributed, but yeah, let's see here. The chants, these were started in the house and then layered. They're just choir loops, the chants, yeah. There's just so many cool chants there. These indie pop chants were done primarily by Moody and the crew. Is this volume 4? Now, this is volume 5, my friend. Volume 4 came out some years ago. This is volume 5. Choir loops. There's one I really like here. there aren't Serum presets, unfortunately. This time that would have just been too much. Okay, going down to hooks with lyrics. These pop hooks.
I'm in control. I'm in control. I'm in control.
Yeah, super cool.
I just wanna feel your love tonight. That's all I'm asking for.
Yes. Yeah, just a lot of good stuff in here. Let me just keep it moving. Rap hooks are a new addition.
Think I need me a freak like you. Look like, move like, speak like you. It's your dance, girl. Do your dance, girl. Show 'em what a freak might do.
And talkie hooks.
All gas, no brakes, yeah. Pretty but it's still fuck fakes, Walking and they know my name. All gas, all gas, no brakes. Different. You can feel the difference. Same room, same vibe. I just move different. Too cold, too clean, too real, too lit. I'm built different. Yeah. Watch this. Light work, light work. All this pressure feel like light work.
That's all Vic right there. All right, guys. Sorry, I gotta kind of move ahead. Shouts and phrases. Tons of phrases. Female.
Ay, papi.
So many of these. Yeah. So many of these.
En 3, 2, 1.
They're not all. They're not all Spanish, but yeah, the ones I happen to click on were Spanish. Phrases. Bail.
Oh, shit! Alright, MZ. Boom, booklet. Big up my youth. Bring it back.
Cool stuff in there. Shouts, female shouts group. You guys kind of get the idea. Shouts tonal. I really like these because they're like shouts, but they just have a note. And then shouts tonal long are the same idea. They're just long. Which I feel like is super useful in a lot of situations. Yeah, shouts group is good. All right, texture and effects. Breath, always useful. Crowd effects. Cheering. Stutter loops are really cool. Shout out to Moonboy. He had an awesome preset for Serum effects for doing stutter loops. And a lot of those were just running through, just running through like our different ad-libs and stuff. Yeah, Latin vocals I told you about. Indigenous vocals. These are again were the choir from Africa. Except that was one of our girls from the cinematic, which I skipped over. But yeah, we have these really awesome cinematic loops. Sorry, I'm kind of rushing now. These guys and yeah, and some soul ad-libs.
Give it to me. Ooh.
Yes, pop ad-libs. Yeah, so yeah, Afro House. Somebody asked about Afro House. Definitely, if you go into world vocals and go into African, we actually have it split up into modern loops, which would be more like Afro House, like.
Yeah. Baby, move on now. Why I feel the groove on my life. Stay in tune, Ozella. Dance with me, Ola wire. Flame. Move so sweet, I can't explain. Can't explain. Not easy. Oh, dancing. Moving where it pleases. So entranced.
Wanna lay on, ooh, yeah. Wanna lay on, ooh.
So a lot of African stuff, and then the traditional loops are more.
Dunia mi yetu mapiko ya moyo hekima ya mababu.
So yeah, guys, I definitely should go. I'm really pushing it right now. A ton of mantras. These were actually my boy Mir Iqbal, who's in the other room right now, who's too shy to be on camera.
Har Har Mahadeva.
Om Namah Shiva.
Yeah, and some street recordings by Bhavia out in the streets of India. And yeah, Latin vocals, indigenous vocals. I talked about Middle Eastern vocals are cool. So yeah, guys, I mean, I really think you're getting your bang for your buck on this pack. Just a ton of stuff, a ton of amazing instruments and vocals and all the rest of it. My brain is mush just from talking about it and thinking about it. I can't believe it's done, guys. I did notice that little organizational little random folder. I guess that made into the final. I should check on that. But more content, if anything. I love you guys. I got to go get ready for my show. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.